Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is KJ speaking, and today I'm super excited to share with you guys how to write a Band 7 in IELTS Writing Task 1. And today's topic is bar chart, which I'm gonna focus on static data. So now let's begin. To begin with, let's have a quick look at an action plan. Here, there are 3 steps. Step 1, task and data analysis. Step 2, data classification. Step 3, writing. All of these steps I'm gonna detail one by one later. So now let's move on. Now let's move to the action plan. As previously mentioned, there are 3 steps to follow. First and foremost is step 1, task and data analysis, which is the pre-writing stage. Let's have a look at the exercise. For time scale, it is a static data because it was a report in 2015. So the time that we use here is past simple. Turning to subject or data, it's about healthy diet. Next is type of chart. It's a bar chart. Concerning unit here is in percent. Then regarding the number of chart, there is one given chart. Regarding axis, abscissa or horizontal axis represent age range. Ordinate or vertical axis represent percentage. Lastly is the legend. There are 2 legends here, male and female. Alright, let's proceed to the next step. Step 2, data classification. There are 3 crucial items here, trend, grouping, and exception. First of all, trend. Trend are the general image that tell the reader what happened to the chart in general. In the exercise, the trend is female has far higher proportion than male. As you can see, 4 out of 6 age range share a similar pattern. Turning to grouping. Grouping means the way that we categorize all similar or relevant elements into one group or category. In the exercise, we categorize a group of 4 age range from 25 to 34, where percentage of women were higher than men. Finally, the exception. The exception refers to all things that are out of group or different from others in the group. In the exercise, there are 2 exceptions. The first is the 35 plus, as both sexes share roughly equal proportion at 47%. The second is the 15 to 24, because male in that case appear to outstrip female. Well, let's move to the next step. Step 3, writing. Here I divided the writing task into 4 sections: introduction, trend, feature, and summary. First, let's begin with the introduction. To utilize time efficiently, your introduction should be merely a paraphrase or a question. Please keep it short and precise. Let's learn how to write a straightforward introduction altogether. The question is, the bar chart below shows the percentage of men and women in countries split by various age range having regular healthy diet in 2015. So how did I paraphrase this? I paraphrase it as the figure give information about proportions of citizens from one nation involving with diet regime varied by age group and gender in the year 2015. As you can see, I employ other word yet still maintain an identical meaning to the question. For example, I use the word figure instead of bar chart. I use the word give instead of show, proportion instead of percentage, citizen and gender instead of men and women, one nation instead of country C, involving with diet regime instead of having regular healthy diet, varied instead of split, age group instead of age range, and finally in the year 2015 instead of in 2015. Alright, now let's move to trend. Trend are what the chart shows in general. Let's have a look at my general trend. In general, female had far better meal routine than male, except for the youngest and oldest category, where men perform better than women for the former, and both share an equal proportion for the latter. Look, I firstly informed the reader that the percentage of female were higher than male. Then I also mentioned 2 exceptional cases where the trend could not be applied, and this could cover an entire image of the chart. Next, main feature. Here are some strategies to deal with bar chart with static data. First is the bar chart contains more than one legend. You should select the one that supports the general trend to describe first. In the exercise, there are two legends, male and female. So you should describe female first because female reflect the trend. Then you should describe your data from highest to lowest. In the exercise, we first select three age range, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, and 55 to 64 because their percentage were the highest. Next, if there are lots of elements on either horizontal or vertical axis, please learn to group the data in a set range that set the lower and upper limits. In the exercise, rather than describe all percentage of female in three age range, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, and 55 to 64 with 53.8%, 54.5%, and 54.2% each. You should describe them in a set range between 53.8% and 54.5%. After that, you should compare across the item or category, but not just in its own item or category. In the exercise, you should compare percentage of female to male, but not just compare percentage in each sex. Lastly, remember to include the exception. In the exercise, there are two exceptional cases, 15 to 24 and 60 plus. The first main feature is grouping. As you can see, I use a clear opening according to the chart to guide reader the grouping that's about to be introduced. Then I began the description with three age range where the percentage were the highest and roughly equal to each other by setting them in a range between 53.8% and 54.5%. I also mentioned which age range was the highest. To compare the figure to the male counterpart, I use the sentence connector nonetheless to emphasize that the percentage of male were lower. Similar to female description, I use a set range rather than describe data one by one and stress their percentage increase as age increased. Finally, I presented the last age range in the group by using the sentence connector similarly to emphasize that this age range follow the same pattern. One takeaway from this section is remember to compare and contrast both in and across the item or category. The second main feature is exception. I use the sentence connector, however, to show the reverse pattern to the previous one. Then I move to the first exceptional case and explain why it was different. Next, I move on to the other case by using a clear opening, another exception, to guide reader the next exceptional case. One takeaway from this section is remember to use clear opening. Finally, the last part of a report writing is a summary. In a report writing, if you fail to include trend earlier or your trend are not fully cover the general image of the given chart, you should utilize the summary section to recap the general trend of the given chart. Nonetheless, in this practice, since the general trend is clearly presented, it is not much worth writing a summary. Rather, you should utilize the remaining time to double-check grammatical error and sentence structure. Okay, now let's have a look at my full-length writing sample. Please pause the video to read it and identify how I approach this task effectively. Alright, now it's time to recap all takeaways from this video. First, task achievement. Paraphrase the question as quickly as possible so that you have sufficient time to work on the body section. Second, coherence and cohesion. 1. Make sure you include all significant figures both in grouping and exception. 2. Make comparison and contrast both in and across the item or category. 3. Remember to use clear opening to guide reader what you are about to write. Third, lexical resource. You should learn IELTS writing task 1 and 1 vocabulary and practice them in your daily writing. This active routine allows you not only to build up a resourceful vocabulary bank, but also acclimatize your mental preparedness to use them under the time pressure. Fourth, grammatical rate and accuracy. Be aware of 10 use. Here we use past simple to describe the year of 2015. Well, now it's come to the end of the section. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.